everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of FMTrain.tv, where every day, or most every day, we're doing awesome FileMaker stuff. Today is a continuation of the conversation. Nick and I will be carrying the conversation today together through today on the custom function stuff. So Nick will be here doing most of it, and then I will jump in the event that Nick has to bail for some reason or has an internet outage or something. Real quick on the broadcast schedule part of the situation. Let me see, upcoming live stream. So this is what we have going on, okay? So we've got some really interesting material happening. Nick is awesome. Then next week we got Hansa, we got Christian Schmidt, and then we scheduled the 2 Christian Schmidt days so end of January, right? So what we're doing during DevCon, or aka Engage, whatever we call it. DevCon will be coming up first week of February. I am not sure what we're going to broadcast on it. I have meetings with Claris to discuss that. Should be interesting. That's what's coming up on the broadcast schedule, so I want everyone to be up to speed on that. Moving along. Nick, are you ready to do custom functions?
Yes, I am.
Okay, why don't you start doing custom functions, and then I will keep an eye on the internet to see if anything unsavory happens. Let me go full Nick. There's full Nick.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for joining today. So for this second day of the custom function, yesterday we start learning how to build a custom function. But I want to explain to you some stuff today about function, custom function, how they interact together, and how we build, things like that. I want to continue the teaching process of how to build a custom function, and at the same time, we're going to explore some of the custom function I'm using. So they are very useful. You can use a custom function from anybody. You can find on the internet. You can find many of them. Some are really, really badly implemented, but some are good. But sometimes, it's better to have something badly implemented, but to have a result than to have nothing, right? That's sometimes, okay. So, and I want to explain to you what I call badly implemented, right? Okay. So a custom function, there's multiple ways to see that, right? So let me share my screen. You can build a custom function for yourself, so you don't really care how you build it. Only you will see it. Or you can build a custom function you're going to share, okay? So when you do this, you need to be as clear as possible, okay? In how you build something like this, okay? So that's the first rule. When it's for yourself, you don't care. But when it's something you want to build for somebody else, you need to build it in a way that people will understand what's going on there, right? Also, I want to explain to you some limitation we have with the custom function, between the custom function and the function, the building function. So let me explain to you how to read a function, okay? When you go there and you say if, for example, you can see here we have multiple parts, okay? We have the test, we have the result 1, and then we have the result 2. Pretty much a if function is if this happened or this is true, right? That's the test. Then this. And then you have, this is it. This is mandatory, okay? Is mandatory. That means you need to have the test and the results. Because if you don't have this, if you have only the tests and you have no results, the function won't work, okay? But if you have the test and the results, the function will work. It's accepted. But now here we have something like this, right? We have the result 2. So what the result 2? If this is true, then this. Otherwise, this. This is how you read it. Okay? So if this is true, I have then this. If it's not, I have otherwise. Okay? If this is true, I have this. If it's not true, I have this. This is how you read the function. But you can see here we have curly brackets, right? So curly brackets means this is not mandatory. You can skip it. That means if you don't want this to happen, you just want to say, okay, if this is true, then this. Otherwise, nothing, right? So if you want to do something like this, you don't need this. You know, if you want to say, if this is true, you want this, or if it's not, you want nothing, but just keep this, right? Just keep this. You don't need that, right? So this is the if function. And you have another example, the get objects, the get layout object attributes, right? This and this is mandatory, but this is not. This can be skipped because it's between brackets, right? I don't know if we have another example like this. Yeah, right? So here, FileMaker says this and this is not mandatory, right? If you have only one variable, then the bracket is not, the bracket is not mandatory. But if you have two, then you need the brackets, right? So that the curly bracket here, that's what it means, right? So that because FileMaker has, you know, the full hands on their own function, and they can do stuff like this. In the custom function, we don't have this ability of doing this, okay? I mean, we could have, but it's very complicated, right? So we don't. That means, let's say you have one function like this when you build it, the word code, for example, right? So I have two parameters. I have text and position starts. So if I want to use it, the function word code, I'm going to explain what this is for. Here I have the text, so I'm going to put Nicholas Hunter. Okay. And here I have the position start. But it's not, it's optional. It could be like this. If I had the possibility to do this, I will. But we cannot in custom function to do this. And if I do this, the function doesn't work. Okay. I need to put something here, even though this, like double quotes, there's something, but it's empty, right? So this is how you skip a parameter in a function. It's not mandatory. Okay. So if it's not mandatory, you have to put something. If you put nothing, it's broken, doesn't work. Okay. So you can put 1, you can put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's pretty much at this function, it's making a list of the ASCII code of a letter. For example, the small cap N is 110. See, on the ASCII table, it's 110. This is the N minimal, the small cap N. And the small cap I is 105. And the small cap C is 99. So pretty much what it's doing, it's listing all the code for all, right? For all those. If I put a capital N, this now is changed to 78. If I go 78, it's capital N. You can see it here, 78, right? So this is cool to do that. For what reason? I want, right, I want to list it. For example, I want to know if I have a capital letter in a name or in a text. I want to know if I have a capital letter. Okay. So I'm doing this. I'm using two custom functions. The first, right? I want my capitals. What is my capital? Is the range, so another custom function of mine, right? It's a range from, not the capital, right? It's a range from 65 to 90, right? Correct? And so this is the range, right? This is the range. So what this returns, right? What the capital returns. Capitals. It returns this, a list from 65 to 90, correct? So now I want my text, right? My text is word code, sorry. The text is Nicholas Hunter like this. I'm starting, I don't care. So now what the text is, the text is this, right? So pretty much now, I need to do the pattern count from the text, right? And I'm searching I'm searching this. Right? So I have no capital characters in my text. If I put an N, I still not. Yeah, something is missing here. Anyway, I wasn't ready for that, so sorry for this. I don't remember exactly how I'm doing this. To count, to know if I have a capital character there. But anyway, it's not pattern count. It's I don't remember. Anyway, so if you want to detect if you have like capital characters, this is a way. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I need to review this. I don't remember how I'm doing this, by the way. But anyway,
so it again later.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that today. I didn't have the time to check on this, and but anyway, and I don't want to think about it right now. But I'm using two custom functions here, right? So how we write a custom function, right? So the word code here, right, is this, right? So this is it's a while function. So I'm getting, it's counting, it's continuing, right? So it's a while function, right? And this is so I'm asking for the text and the position start. So this is how you write your while function. So we have a while webinar somewhere, right? While function webinar, we have it.
We do, yes. I'll go find it.
So the demonstration was that you can use multiple custom function in the same calculation. Of course, you can call as many custom function you want, and they interact with each other. What I suggest you never do, never, okay, it's to build a custom function that call another custom function. You know what I mean? That you have a custom function that will depend on another custom function. That means because otherwise you can break it. And people will never understand. If, for example, they get half of it, that means you send them half of it. That means it will never work. Because imagine that those two are needed together to work. Let's say this one needs this one to work, right? And if you don't give them two together, right, they broke because one is missing. You understand? So don't do this. Never use a custom function within a custom function. Because one day I saw that, I saw something like the two or three custom functions together, and it was a nightmare because, or if you modify one custom function, for example, you modify one, right? And then you forget to modify the other dependency, right? It can be broke, right? So that's the first thing you never do. After that, what you never do, but never, is to change the nature of a custom function. Let's say I have here, right? I have this, and I want to add additional day. So I have this custom function, the get terms, okay? I have the get term custom function that here. It asks me for a number of days, okay? So number of days, this. So, and now, so I'm using it works. And now I'm going to change this and I'm going to add something. I'm going to add something here. Plus this. So I'm modifying. That means I'm modifying the parameters. So what will happen if I do this? This happens. It's broken. The custom function is no longer valid. Why? Because this is broken because get terms. I need two things and I have only one. So it's broken. So imagine that you have a solution, right? And you modify your custom function. That means that every single calculation where you use some function broken. And as you can see, you had no warning. There's no way, no warning saying, hey, if you validate this modification of the custom function, your entire calculation, where everywhere you use that calculation is broken. You have no warning, right? So be careful. There's no warning. So if I do this, for example, why is that 10 here? Or the custom function. Yeah, get current date. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here is better. So if I do this and I say plus 10 or plus 50, it changes. See? So now it works. It works also on the other side. Let's say now I have two parameters in that custom function, this one and this one. I go and change my custom function again. But now I'm removing this, right? And I'm removing this. What happened? Broken. And now, if I remove this, now it works. Got it? So this is, and you have no warning that you're going to break your stuff. That's why you never change the custom function. When it's used, the custom function is over, it's gone. You know, you can because unless you know exactly where you use that custom function, and you can work through all your script, all your calculation, all your stuff where you use that custom function. Unless you do that, which is in my case is pretty much impossible, right? You keep it. You keep it the way it is. If you need a new one, right? You build a new one. That means, if you need a custom function with an additional, well, you duplicate, okay, and you call it 2, like this. Get term month 2, right? And you say additional days, right? You add it, and you add it, and this now you have 2 custom functions, right? So this one does no longer work. So this was the first, and otherwise you have the 2, and then this one needs the second parameter. So you have 2, right? And you continue 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, right? But you never modify a custom function that you already have. You already have used. You create a second version. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, we have a question related to that actually. Is it better to write 2 custom functions that basically do the same thing, or 1 custom function that can do A or B depending on the parameter? I.e., a function calculates expiration date and it's either 1 or 2 years in the future. Would you do 2 functions or 1?
2 functions. Because I really I would suggest and recommend that you stay very simple in one custom function, right? A custom function needs to be extremely simple or straightforward, because otherwise you have problem. Okay, so you can have complex custom function like this one, right? But they do one thing. They do one unique thing. I know where you want to go, like the get object layout attributes, right? So you can call whatever you want to extract, right? But this is complicated. So for example, I have a very cool one. Let's say here, this is the number. I want to prevent that somebody can come here. So let's have 2 versions of it. It's a number, right? So I want to prevent this. Why typing letters when it's a number? The field is a number. No, I want this. If you type a letter, where's my keyboard? Okay, here. If you type a letter, nothing happened. If I type here, it comes. But if I type here, if I tap on the keyboard, you see here, see the red? I'm typing, But if I type number, it works. Letter, no. Here, yes. This, no. Correct? Right? Okay, so how this happened? Because it's cool. It's very nice. Because, when you type it, there's no error possible. And we don't want this. This is a piece of bleep. Why? Tell you why. You type this, and then you have this. Yes, no, perhaps, I don't know, whatever.
It gives you options.
Let me call my boss. I don't have an idea what's going on. Right? So this is from the prehistoric time from FileMaker, right? So it's this always get on my nerve. It's getting on my nerve always when I see this. Yes, no. So yeah, do you want to define? Yeah, I want to keep it. I want to keep that crap. And now I have this, right? Okay, so it's better prevent the people typing. I guess. Okay. But I have the other way. I have the other way. That means here, I don't want a number. So I can have another one. Get alpha. Right? So I have this function and I have the get alpha. And here you can see I have many additional characters, So I can say, what it was, okay. So this, and this. I need to blank this for now. I'm blanking everything. So that means I have the get numeral character and I have the get alpha. So now let's do the same thing here. I have two versions of the same field. Right? And on this one, on keystroke, I have a script. On keystroke, when I type, and the scripts pretty much say if it is not, alpha characters, because that's why it's named get alpha, right? If it's not this, then halt the scripts demonstration. I'm here and I'm typing a number. Oh, it works. Hi. I copied the wrong. Let me see. Let me see. Get alpha. Get alpha. I don't understand why. It happened to me one day, and I didn't understand why it was because I modified one and it didn't work. So as you can see here, when you have something complicated like this, you start giving some information here. You give information what happened, right? So because even me, right? So I don't understand because here I'm saying keystroke. This is alpha. I added the number. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. My bad. This was to prevent plus equal. It was only alpha numerical, right? So I modified to be alpha numerical. Okay. But I will show you that you can block it. You can intervene very easily. So if you put, for example, omega, or you put equal minus, that's very cool for what's the name? Or it's very cool for an email, right? An email. You want to have some characters. You want to have some character, but you don't want space. Here, you see here, space doesn't work. I cannot add space here. Space doesn't work. So, right, I wrote a custom function for that. So let's say this is an email, or let's create an email. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's an email. And you want to make sure that nobody will screw up the email, right? So you have an email. and you want to block on keywords, you want to block, what is not alphanumerical, okay? But you want to allow some characters. So right now, if I go there, I'm typing Nick at, I cannot type, dot, I cannot type, okay? So that maybe answers the question about the previous question we had. I want to allow this character, correct? I want to allow it. Nick at. Why is not working? Oh, sorry for that. So now, in my custom function, I say yes, but get whatever in the script parameters, and I want you to allow it. Or I can say here, whatever. If it's simple for you to understand, I can put it here. Let's put it here. Let's put it in the calculation. But I rather prefer put that in the parameter. But for the demo, maybe it's simpler to do that way. So now I can put a at, but I still can put a comma or dot, a minus. I can't, right? But now I can continue because I want to allow the dots. Yeah, let's allow the dots. I want to allow the dots. I think like this, it will have worked, but I don't know. I want to allow the dots. So I'm going to allow this and the dots. Now I can allow have the dots and the ats. But also, we need this and we need this, right? In an email. So now I can say Nick _ Hunter at rcconsulting.com. But no space, no slashes, no or whatever, semicolon, column, quotes. I can type it. So no, impossible to mess up this. You do this by allowing characters to pass, right? So this is why I have this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this is how you do, right? So if I want to improve that custom function, and I want to change the nature of this, of course, what you cannot do is rename a custom function. If you rename a custom function, get alpha. If I rename this alpha and I do this, right? I change the name. No warning, nothing. But this now is no longer working. This function cannot be found. It's broken because I renamed it. So be careful of this. You have no warning, and now you can't even validate that you need to change the name. Now you can. Correct? So be careful when you rename it, right? Alphanumeric character. But now, let's see how this works, okay? Because I want to duplicate it and alpha on alphabetical link. Here, I'm getting the keystroke, whatever I typed in the field, right? Get trigger keystroke. I'm getting the letter that I typed. Then, you know, I allow or characters, additional characters, right here, and then I allow special character. Why? Tell you why. Let's say I don't allow those. I don't know if I can do that because this will broke. Let's say I don't allow this, you know. So this is how I do this. Let's see, I don't allow these characters. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's say, let's put a 0 here because that will fail. Right. So let's say I don't allow those, and I specify what it is: backspace, tab, enter, and Claris return. So what if I don't allow those characters? This is what happened. Yeah, I use another function. Tab. So I do tab, 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 tab. See, go. I cannot go to another. I cannot go to another tab. I cannot tab in that field anymore. Tab is no longer here. I can tab to another field, and here I tab to this one. From this one, I'm stuck. And Claris return as well. And backspace, I can delete. Right. So that's why we thought about this. Right? And get alpha, and we allow those. And thanks to the ASCII table, we know Claris return 10, Claris return is 13. Enter, it's 10, right? Backspace is 8, right? And tab is 9, right? So you allow those numbers, as you will prevent those numbers not to work, right? Like here. Here I'm saying, okay, if the keystroke is between this and the keystroke between this, then allow this. This is the upper, A to Z upper. This is the A to Z lower. This is the characters from 0 to 9. And this is allow the characters like arrow left, up, right, down. Okay? So you allow those characters. But now let's say I don't want to allow those characters. Right? I don't. So I deactivate this because I don't want this to happen. So deactivating this line, now I cannot put numbers. I can put letter, but number I can't. Right? So yeah, you can build very, but you could have like a function. You can have like here, for example, you can add something like this. Okay. If you want to make this like the previous question. Let's say I want to make this alpha character. I want to say get alpha, get car smart. Okay. And I'm adding another parameter in this function, right? I'm adding a parameter, and I said, our numerical alpha, right? Alphabetical numerical. I can do this, okay? So here, what I can do, I'm adding here. And this is numerical. And this, and here, I said and this, and here I said and this. Right? So it needs to be between this and this to be true. Right? This need to be true, and this need to be true, and this need to be true. So now I have a smart alphanumerical. Let's try it. So here, get char smart. And so let's see how it works, how it looks like. So the get smart, the char smart, I have some parameters. The first parameter, additional character, additional character, additional character, then alphabetical or numerical. So let's say I want alphabetical, but not numerical. Okay? For example. So I have to fill this, and this. I have to fill all of those, right? So now I say alphabetical, but not, okay. So here, numerical does work. Alphabetical works. Now, I change this and I said 1 here, 0 here. Numerical, alphabetical not. Correct? So now, I don't want those characters. And I want alphabetical and numerical, but I don't want special characters. Well, alphabetical, numerical, no dots, no equal, no plus, no minus, no underscore, right? Because it's a month name. I want to be able to do this. Now, let's say I want something, right? I want also only small cap, okay? So that's why I have this in my custom function, right? I want, no, this is not, where's the smart one? Here. Okay. So you see how this works? So you add yes, no here, 1, 0, right? It could be true, false if you want. True, false. You can put true, false, whatever. But you can say another function like this. How I can do that? Let's do, for example, I want only alphabetical lower. So I deactivate this. And now, if I put a capital, so I have capital is there, I can type. If I unlock this, I can. Okay? So this is powerful function feature because you have a lot of, like if you want, for example, if you want to, so let's disengage this. So let's say you want to build a function to limit, for example, how many characters you can type in one field. Let's say you want 13 characters no more. Okay, so because I have the case, right? I don't have a custom function for that, so I'm going to build it for you in front of me. So when I build a custom function, right? I don't build the custom function here. I never do that. I never build here. Because as I said yesterday, this dialog doesn't have any type over, so boom, this dialog is screwed up. So I'm going there. I'm going in the watch, and I'm building my custom function here. So I'm putting a let. I think we have a let.
Yeah, we do. Let
Okay.
webinar. Okay, I didn't realize you were
Yeah.
asking for a second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Content equal get active field content. Okay. So I get what in the current field. So far, so good. Okay. And I want a counter. Counter equal length. I never know this. Of content. Right? So far, so good. And now I'm going to say length of content. Limit equal number of characters. Not the limits. Number of characters, right? But this won't work for now. So I'm going to put like 13, for example. Okay. And I'm going to validate this. Right? And I say length inferior or equal if I want to, okay. Strictly superior of limits. So let's see if it works. Okay. I'm building a, that's how you build a calculation, by the way. You put all on the table. I'm getting the content of a field because I will be typing, right? I'm counting how many characters I have. I put my limit and I say, okay, if the counter exceed the limits, then bye. So let's see if it works. I'm going here and I'm going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Boom, 1. 12, 14, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13 here. Right? 12, 13. See? Okay. So my calc works. Okay. Then copy my calc, go to my custom function. And then how we can call this? Max char. Okay. Number of characters. I'm adding this. And then I say, okay, boom. I paste my calc and I replace 13 by this. Because this can change. I can be 13, can be 100, 250, or whatever you want, So now this, I replace this calc with my max character, right? And I still say 13. So let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait. Maybe I need to refresh. No, I don't know. Why?
I saw it work.
Oh, yeah. I miscounted. Yeah. Okay, here. Right? Okay, so I have my custom function now. But now how you prevent the the character to come. Stop typing. Stop typing. Because I don't want to say, okay, yeah, okay, just a warning. Say, okay, you have more than. No, I want to stop typing. Okay, like it should be. Okay, so we have a script. So max characters. Okay. We can remove those things. And this, I change this max character and I say 13. Okay. So if this alt, simple. If this is true, then to stop. I'm putting this here in the max character on the on object keystroke. So each time you type, when you type, you have the script running. Type this. Okay. So if you type it, stop. Doesn't work. Right? But now you see my problem. I can delete, I can tab, so I need to allow those characters, right? So it's okay. You can borrow from my other custom function how I've done this. Okay. So you need to allow those characters, because otherwise you cannot delete. If you reach 13, you stop. You stuck, right? You understand? So you need to allow those characters here, the special characters. So we can, I don't know how to do that. I need, because here it count the limits, but okay, let's try. It's fun. I'm copying those characters. This is the character I want, right? So I'm going to, and that's the beauty of a let statement, right? Because you can add your characters. Okay. Okay. So I have 8, 9, 10, and 13. Okay. So I have those characters, right? So I could say, if I had to do that simpler, I would have said, so I need to get, so I'm validating this. Why is not, oh, yeah. So I want to say, I need to get this. I need to get the keystroke, okay? And that the content, the length, but I need the keystroke. I need to get the keystroke here, so I'm getting what I'm typing, okay? So I'm going to extract this from the equation, okay? So, and I don't think I need this because it's obvious what I want to do. I want the backspace, I want the tab, enter, and casual return. So from 8 to 13, right? So I don't need that. And I say, if, oh, see, this is really, there's no type over here, but it's okay. Okay, if keystroke inferior of 8 and keystroke superior than 13, then you do this. Otherwise, you do this. That means, no, otherwise nothing, blank. I think that will be okay. Oops. Ah, don't tell me. Ha. Okay, I need to do it again. So if this inferior than 8 and this superior than 13, then you do the counter limit, and I think it's okay. Okay, let's try with this. Okay, so let's try how this works. So if keystroke blah 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 counter only, otherwise you leave it blank. That means I don't care. Why boom 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 boom? Oh yeah, this one. Okay. So now I can delete, but it doesn't care about the counts. See? So to debug this, when that happened, I'm copying this and I'm trying it. Yeah, but I can't try it. Why? Why? I don't know. Why still? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hey, keep going. So let's see. Maybe I reverse something here. This is not easy, huh? If code keystroke inferior of 8 and code keystroke superior to 13, then you go and you do the counter equal limit. Let's put that. Otherwise, if it's inferior of 8, oh, yeah, inferior of 8 or superior than 13, yeah, should be good. Do the counter and limits. Otherwise, do 1, do 0. Is it going? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to fix this for tomorrow. I'm going to find the reason why it's not doing it.
Lynn suggests that you change the and to an or.
Oh, good catch. Yeah, that fix. Yeah, that fix. Yeah, but fix. So now I have two things. Oh, I have my limits, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can delete, I can use tab, right? I can use, but I have my limit on 13. So it was or, right? So yeah, it makes sense, by the way. It's either or, it's not like the both. So yeah, so now it works. See? So if I reach the limit, boom. So, and you can combine many things, right? So you can add a limits very easily. So that's a limit, because I think we have a limit, right? In FileMaker here. I think we have let's remove that piece of junk. Yeah, so you have I don't know. Oh yeah, maximum number of character, right? So that's the same piece of junk they have. I never use that. I never used it. The validation, they can remove it from me. This is never go. No, because it doesn't work well. It doesn't make any sense. So you have this. So let's go there. You have this. You type whatever, and then you have this. Yes, no, perhaps, I don't know. Call you mother. It's I don't know that, right? It's I don't want. and you say yes, and you passed it, and then you need to work with, you need to play with all this do not override, I don't even allow. Okay, and if you have this, it's even worse because it never leave you alone. Say okay, say okay. It's I mean it's, and then you need revert, and then okay, let's say you're here, okay, and you type all the thing like this. That's why I hate this. You type this, you type, and say, okay, 13 character, revert, boom, go away, bye.
You can't save it.
Yeah, bye. And no, you know what? No, because we internally, we have this on BC8, right? So it's doing the same. You enter all your stuff, you type everything, and you say, oh no, you reach your limits, and boom, your text goes away, and no, this is good. Boom, I have my limits. It's not typing anymore, right? And you can see this freaking stuff, and you can say here, and you can see in the, and you say 13 characters only. Okay, so you can do this in the
Whoops.
in the whatever here, 13 characters. Yeah, okay. This, I mean, this is, it's not getting on your nerve. Yeah, it get on my nerve. So that's why I have my own, and I give it to you for free.
Yes, people were asking if you were going to share your really cool custom functions. So.
Yeah, I will. So and next week we start a new series of the
every function.
Yeah, so that's a big challenge, right? So a sneak peek of what we got next week. I'm going to start because never happened this in the history of FileMaker, and I'm going to start category by category, and we are going to work through all of those, right? The most relevant, because some, first of all, some I never used, and I don't even want to use, but some are very interesting, like those, the numbers, a lot of gets, so all the gets, pretty much all of them, and how you use them, and pretty much every day that will be a function, and we start by, we follow the category, right? Because sometimes, because for dates, for example, I will do this, day, all of this in one day, right? So, because I don't need to spend a day in date, okay? But I will explain all the secret behind it, right?
Yes. We have a question. I don't know if you
Yes.
want to take it real quick.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
cool.
can. Yeah, we can take it.
Labo, is it possible to put a comment and see this comment when using the function like plugin functions do?
No.
Very sorry, Labo. That is a no.
Now, it would be cool though, right? It would be cool,
would be
but
cool.
when you mean comment like this, like here, like in description, right? Like this, or inside? Inside
Yeah,
we cannot do
like
that.
yeah, the description like you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, we can't. It would be cool though, to have a brief description here, but tomorrow I'm going to share the file, right? Because I'm modifying every day, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So, thank you very much, Nick. I hope everyone here has a lovely day. We will catch you tomorrow to finish off this mini series. Everyone have a good one. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
individual up here who maybe a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!